All right, we're live. All right, I'm here with Robert with Capital City Market and Cathy with Mid-Michigan Autism Association. Um, why don't we start with Robert? Why don't you just give us a really quick overview of Capital City Market, how long you've been around, and kind of what the store looks like?
Of course, thank you. Capital City Market, right here in downtown Lansing, a Meijer store, right? So we're a Meijer location, much smaller store than you would see in one of our large super centers on the outskirts of town here. Smaller. We don't carry any of the additional stuff, clothing, electronics, sporting goods. We focus on the food and consumables that a family needs week in and week out. So neighborhood store downtown here, focusing on fresh, local, and value. Really just trying to bring products to a downtown community that maybe didn't have as easy access to them in the past. So bringing an everyday value to people down here in Lansing. A great partnership that we've had with the Mid-Michigan Autism Association in the past and continued week in, week out. So I don't know if Cathy, you want to kind of dive into that a little bit and what you guys are all about.
Hi, everybody. I am Cathy Blatnik. Going into my 9th year of being on the board of the Mid-Michigan Autism Association, current treasurer. We first met Robert through a past president. She shopped there. She lived in downtown Lansing, and she would shop there. And she said, why don't we do like a scavenger hunt, have people, because going to the grocery store for people with disabilities, especially those like my son that have epilepsy, the bright lights, lots of noise, lots of people can make him have a seizure. So that's kind of what a sensory friendly experience is like. We did a few, Meijer was very gracious and gave us some gift cards. We went through the store, some board members and I went through the store with a clipboard, wrote down basic things that you would want to pick up at the grocery store. And then we had families come in between 8:30 and 10, which Robert said was a quieter time, no music. Lights were a little bit dimmer, and we had families come in and just do a scavenger hunt. At the end, I think we gave people fidgets, but taking my son to the grocery store was absolutely impossible when he was younger. I had no idea he had sensory needs. I didn't even know what sensory friendly was. And so many meltdowns inside of a grocery store, we would have to leave. And I knew, it's a life skill. It's a skill that all of us need to learn, but those with sensory processing disorders or epilepsy, PTSD, dementia, anything that you want a smaller environment, lighter lights, no noise. It's like the perfect place to be able to do it. And Robert and his team have been 100% behind it. We started talking about possibly doing a sensory friendly morning. That just came along kind of organically. And now they do it the second Saturday of each month from 8:30 to 10. And it gives those, it's an option for families like the way we used to be. I meet so many families. Dominic is going to be 20 next month, but I meet so many families who have children a lot younger than my son. And they just, I get messages just, thank you so much for doing this. And, it really warms my heart because I like to be able to help others like us. And I don't like to, I like to say we're helping Dominic, but everybody that comes behind him. So that's kind of what we like to do, hook up with different local community partners.
How long has the Capital City Market been downtown, and then how long have you guys worked together on this project? I guess
Yeah,
project,
of course.
not really a project, but on this the sensory friendly hours.
Yeah, of course. So Capital City Market's been down here in Lansing, downtown for 3.5 years, pushing 4 years now, actually a little bit better than 3.5 years. And I think we've been working on this project. It's been, October. Yeah, so quite a while we've been working on this. When was the first? Yeah,
over a year.
Over a year. So the store opened in October of 2020. So coming up on our 4-year mark, but well over a year working with the Mid-Michigan Autism Association on this project. It started out with these scavenger hunts that Cathy was talking about, and it just kind of took off from there. It was a great event, and we witnessed the need, and Cathy and her team so generously explained some of these needs and really kind of opened our eyes to what we could be doing here and how we could be helping in the community. community, to have an all-inclusive shopping experience where we do turn down lights, and we do have a very quiet shopping experience for families to come in and be able to shop and experience that together as a family. So it's been great. As Cathy said, the second Saturday of every month, and it's been a great time. It's been really great.
Can you kind of paint the picture of what it looks like when someone comes in on that Saturday, of what to expect? I know we've worked with you on the Ableized virtual tours, which somebody can walk through and see it, but you can't really see sensory friendly in a virtual tour. So what does that look like for somebody that walks in on Saturday morning?
Yeah. As we talked about, I think turning down lights and not having a loud environment in the store is first and foremost. So the store is downtown, but it's very easy to get in and out of. So originally that could be your very first challenge, right? Finding parking, and it's a stressful situation just to get in the front doors. But we are downtown. We have a full parking lot behind our building, very easy in and very easy out. So right from the beginning, when you park your car, it's easy to get into the store. When you get here, it's quiet. It's a little bit dimmer. No loud lights, no flashing lights. You get in and it's much quieter and easier to find things throughout the store. It's a time of day in the morning where we're not super busy, right? You don't have 10 people down every aisle that you're trying to shop around and you're bumping into, and you still have a very well-stocked, conditioned store to shop through in the morning. The other piece that is excellent, we have the majority of our store is a self-checkout with options for people to assist in checking out at our service counter. But we add an extra body or two to the store so that people can come in if there is assistance needed throughout that morning in the checkout process. It's an easy checkout at the end. So you have some time alone to do your own self-checkout and a little bit more peace and easiness in that side. But there's people to assist in case those questions or things throughout the store are needed to be answered. So quieter, easier environment, but definitely assistance throughout the store for anything that needs to be helped.
You want to throw anything in there, Cathy?
Yeah, I was just going to say that, sometimes you go into a store and you're not able to find somebody to help you, and that just adds a layer of stress. I also want to mention they have a map on their website for someone like myself. I have high anxiety. My son, Dominic has anxiety on top of the autism, and just being able to kind of see which aisle you need to go in to get whatever you need to find, instead of walking from one end to the store to the other. You can write down a list and then look right at their website and write down what aisle that item will be in. So when you go into the store, you can get in and you can get out. I can't say enough about Robert and his team. They've gone above and beyond. They didn't really have to. We could have just done one and done. But
Yeah.
Robert, he and Carrie and some other people at Capital City Market just, have been above and beyond, because I can tell you from personal experience, and I talk to people all the time through the Mid-Michigan Autism Association. And it's something that you take for granted if you have someone that's typically developing, or someone that doesn't have PTSD or doesn't have high anxiety or epilepsy. But you really, especially for Dominic, he's gone almost 8 months without a seizure. I really have to know what kind of environment we're going into. He's had almost 30 total. But I need to know, I need to find as much information. So being able to look at the Ableized tour, being able to look at the map, if I have any questions, if anybody has any questions, they're able to find someone to ask. Because you think I have a 28-year-old and a 40-year-old, and the 28-year-old, she loved going to the store, get a little cart. But then Dominic was a totally, and I was clueless that he needed that kind of environment. Can't even tell you how many meltdowns inside of the grocery store, and it's so stressful, and people are looking at you and they think your kid's a brat. And the understanding that Robert and his team give the people that come in during that time, you can't, you could give me $1 million, it wouldn't even come close to the satisfaction that I know that people are getting that better shopping experience.
And I do want to reiterate at capitalcitymarket.com to kind of tie into that Ableized connection. We do thinking ahead, right? Cathy, you mentioned you have to get there ahead of time. You have to see what it looks like, and a true thinking ahead. We do have that Ableized tour, but at capitalcitymarket.com, there is a sensory friendly mornings will take you to right
there.
Cool. CapitalCityMarket.com/sensory-friendly-mornings. We'll take you directly to that tour, as well as give a little bit more information about when and what exactly is done in the store on those mornings to make that the best shopping experience possible right at our website.
And you don't have to RSVP. It's just something that they're doing that's wonderful. It's not like an event where you have to sign up, and that gets people stressed out sometimes.
Yeah.
When I promote this, I always say, just come. You don't, even if you're in for 5 minutes, you've gotten out of
Sure.
the house and you've tried to bring your disabled individual in. And, that's why I tell people, some people come to our events and stay 5 minutes because that's all they can do. The next time they go to Capital City Market, maybe they'll stay 10 minutes, then 15. Every little bit is, instead of staying home and being scared or not knowing what to expect, they've given you all the tools you need, kind of like a toolbox of things you need. And, it's just a wonderful experience. And the employees are great. They're willing to help. And I know, Robert, I think some of your employees have been touched just by seeing having different individuals come in, and it's been such a wonderful collaboration and partnership that will continue as far as and as long as I'm around, it's going to be around. So
Agreed. I think we feel the
Yeah.
same way on this side. It is a very touching thing for our whole team, and we have our team is very dedicated to it and very behind this partnership. And yes, we have our sensory friendly shopping hours every second Saturday of the month, but we want to make it a very shoppable area for anyone any day of the week, and our team is always there to assist with that. So that is definitely a prime time for those hours, but we want to make sure it's a comfort level for everybody anytime that they feel as though they want to come shopping with us at Capital City Market.
You guys also, from my experience, have some different products that maybe you're not finding it at other stores, right? Even probably the larger corporate Meijer, if you want to call them that. That's why I like the urban markets. From Meijer, you guys have some different products, right? Can you share a little bit about that so people just kind of know what you guys are carrying in the store?
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely a passion of ours. Now, with that being said, we still have all of the groceries that you would find on a national sale, right? We do have those groceries that you would find in a super center, but we try to introduce a large percentage of our store to local products, right? Hyper local products, whether that be directly here from Lansing, the surrounding area, spreading out into Michigan. It's a passion of ours. It's one of our pillars that we stand on. So we've got companies that started out with us 4 years ago and have developed into national brands, have grown into our super centers. So we definitely do. We have a unique product assortment here at the store, everything based from super local and then right up into your national brand. So you could do your entire grocery shopping load while picking up a few of those cool niche items that you don't find everywhere.
Cool. Well, hey, I really appreciate you guys jumping on here with me. I think we grabbed the information we are looking for. Do you guys have anything that you want to toss in right before we punch out of here? Cathy, Robert, anything you want to share that we didn't cover?
I just want to thank both of you for what you do, because I can speak from, it's autism and 24/7 here. So being able to, have both of the things going on, being able to take Dominic shopping and telling, different people that I meet about, you can have a different kind of experience. I mean, Lansing is wonderful. There's all kind of sensory friendly, accessible, and it just keeps growing. And, Robert and Evan, you're both wonderful. I can't say enough. And I love that it's local. I'm not from Michigan. We moved here 2001. So I love that you have all the local things from Michigan, because you can't always find that. Go into a really big store, you can't find things indigenous to Michigan, which I think is like a really cool thing. So thank you.
I appreciate it. And right back at you, Cathy. I mean, the knowledge that you brought to our team and, teaching us the needs, right. And really letting us know what is needed in this community to make sure everybody is comfortable. And it just kind of took off. So thank you for that too. And we look forward to continued sensory friendly shopping hours, and that we don't intend on disappearing at any point, but also shopping for anyone at any time to come into our store and offering a great value here in downtown Lansing, along with our local products and our local assortment.
Yeah, thanks so much, Cathy. One thing before we jump off, Robert, can I get that map on, is that on the website? the Capital City Market website, the where everything is. Well, I think it would be cool to take that, and I can probably link it right to your Able View profile, so it can be on there as a tool that's right next to the virtual tour link. So I think I can do that. I can just jump on there and look at it if it's on there.
Yeah, we have right at the top of our website. If you go to capitalcitymarket.com, there at the very top of the navigation page, there's a store map.
Okay, cool. I can probably
Right.
grab that URL from that and then link it into the links on the top of the Able View profile. So I'll do that for you guys.
And we have the Able View map connected to that on that same page as well.
Okay, I'll go take a look at it.
Yeah, and then we have a separate page just dedicated to sensory friendly mornings as well. That's capitalcitymarket.com/sensory friendly mornings.
Okay, cool.
I just want to mention real quick that when I first, when Dominic was first diagnosed, 17 and a half years ago, when I joined the Mid-Michigan Autism Association, I was very focused on just autism, but I've met people with PTSD. I met people with dementia. Dominic has epilepsy and autism. I have high anxiety. He has high anxiety. So it's not just this very narrow thing. And they're also very wheelchair accessible, very wide aisles. I have many friends in wheelchairs, and it just makes it a much more inclusive shopping experience too. Not, sometimes, when you have really narrow aisles, it's hard to get through. And I think really, I can't say enough. You've gone above and beyond because you didn't have to do this for this population, and the fact that you have, I mean, it really, I don't want to cry, but you guys have been so, you don't have to do this. The choice that you've made to do this, I think, just shows how wonderful you guys are, and you too, Evan. I mean, because I live this every day. I have a son with disabilities, so it warms my heart, and I'm able to tell people about it, and it makes them, I get messages all the time. So, and I feel like every time I get a message like that, I'm gonna cry. But it really does make a really big impact, not just on my family, but other families and other individuals. Because a lot of times people with disabilities are kind of pushed to the sides. You go above and beyond. I can't say, I sound like a broken record. But you do. You didn't have to do all this, and you've chose to do this. So it's really very, I can't say enough. I can't say enough thank yous. And you too, Evan. I live in this world, so. Uh-oh. Did we lose him? Did we lose Evan?
Thank you.
Thank you for those kind
words,
I
appreciate those, Cathy. Thank you so much.
Well, you're welcome. No, do we lose Evan?
I don't know. We might have. It looks like maybe.
No, you guys are wonderful. I mean, I think back to those days, it was horrible taking him to the grocery store and it's just easier just not to go. But my husband was still working. Now he's retired, so it's better. But, I would have to take him. Didn't have a choice. If we wanted to eat, he had to come with us. And it was horrendous. I mean, I would yell at my daughter. I would yell at him. I would yell at myself. I would yell at people around me. It was awful. So.
Well, we're still
sorry, I got booted there for a second, but
all good. We're still waiting to sell Dominic's baked goods in the store, Cathy. So when you guys are ready for that, you keep me in the loop.
That's so generous of you. Yeah, I keep, and people ask me that too. I'll talk to people and they're like, well, we're in, California. I'm like, we can't ship there. But yeah, definitely. I'll definitely get in touch with you both when
Anytime.
Dominic gets to that next. Yeah, I can't believe we're 25 orders away from 600. He just got interviewed by Channel 10, David Andrews. It'll probably be on Monday. Yeah.
That's too cool. Let's keep my eyes open for it. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'll send you guys the link.
You're gonna be a household name here soon.
It was funny. We went into Kroger the other day and we were both wearing our shirts. It was right after the interview, and some lady said, "Oh, I've seen you on Facebook," and I'm like, "Oh, hi, how are you doing?"
That's cool. Very cool.
Yeah, it's really getting out there. It's pretty cool. It is pretty cool. I mean, we started from nothing to go, to be almost at 600. Yeah, it's amazing. We have, they're like, a lot of these people are like family. The gal today has ordered 15 times.
No,
so
congratulations. That's awesome.
It's wonderful. It's a very supportive network of people.
All right. Well, thanks so much, guys, for you all taking time to jump on here with me. I appreciate it. Thanks so much.
Not a problem.
Evan.
Thanks to both you guys.
Thanks, Cathy.
Okay. Have a good day, guys.
Yep. Well, you guys all have a great day. We'll talk
Okay.
soon. See you
Sounds
later.
good.
Bye now.
Bye.